What's up, everybody? It's your boy Maniac. Welcome to Maniac Nation. Yes, my hat says Hops and Homestead because on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, which I don't use Instagram that much, but TikTok and Facebook, I'm known as Hops and Homestead. Right now, I am sitting outside of my quail pen. Now, to answer the questions, where have you been? What's been going on? I actually just lost my dad, so I wasn't able to make videos and stuff like that because I just needed that time, from losing my daddy and everything. So hopefully y'all will get over that and we can get on with the show. I'm doing good. Thank you for all the questions. I've been working really hard today. I've actually piled up a lot of trees. I may show you that in this video. Piled up a lot of trees that I cut and leveled off some gardening spots so those big humps ain't there, and we can use that top layer to let the chickens and stuff fertilize all over the top of it, and then I can reclaim that dirt, carry it back to the gardens where I need it. But we're going to answer some questions about quail that have been asked. People are always asking me questions. Now, right here, this is my Bob Whites. Now, in the state of Alabama, you have to have a permit to buy or to sell these birds, but you can raise them for human consumption. So that's what we do. We eat a lot of quail here at this house. I always wanted Bob Whites. We started with 5, and well, we started with 5, y'all. And then we have these, and then we have all these. So I can grow Bob Whites. I can grow Coturnix quail. Because if you watched any of my videos, then you know I've got quail for days. I actually have another pen that I'm fixing to put up. It is right here behind me by the Jeep. But the questions that I've been asked, why did my quail fly out? Every time I open the door, my quail fly. Every time, I don't see how you do what you do whenever you open a door like so. You don't get worried about your quail flying out. Y'all, Bob Whites are going to be wild no matter what. They're going to be crazy wild. As you see, I'm not doing anything to these quail, and they're constantly pacing back and forth, back and forth. You will never be able to get a calmer bird like my Coturnix is over here. My Coturnix quail, I can open the door. I can actually pet a few. You are not doing that with these birds, y'all. Now, to answer the question, I can't open my doors like you do. And like I can reach in, you see what I'm saying? They're going to be scared. They're going to run. If your quail are flying out, 1, you've left the door open. 2, you thought you latched it and you didn't, and the door opened. Now, 3, you see this lip right here? I've got a lip. Now, if the quail runs right here to the edge, that lip's not going to do you any good. But because I make my door smaller instead of covering the whole pen, what'll happen is a quail jumps up and out at the same time. Now, if he's in the back and he tries to jump up and out, he's going to hit this lip. So he's not able to get out. So I'm really almost quite positive that's what's wrong. My mother has a quail pen that was built, and you open the door, her Coturnix would get out. Coturnix is the easiest thing to keep to me, but they could fly right out. If your door's really big, you still have all that play before it shuts and all that play when it opens. Those birds learn that. These birds will actually watch you, and as soon as you get halfway, they may fly right out. So try to have a lip. Try not to make the door, what completes the cage. Try to at least have a 1 to a 2 inch lip. Even, if you can make it bigger, make it bigger. But my cages are 14 inches tall and 25 inches deep. And I'm just telling you, the only way your quail are getting out is they're able to jump at the same time and fly out. The only way they're going to do that with me is if they get right here on this lip. But luckily, these birds are never going to come to this lip with me standing here. So I know it sounds crazy, and I know some people are like, oh, that's not what it is. Trust me. That's the only thing that it can be, because I promise you, your birds should not be able to get out of the pen. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's going to be some mornings you're feeding or evenings, you're tired, you're not paying attention. Anything can happen. I've lost birds. I haven't lost them. We pick them up and put them back in the cage. But to run down a Bob White, you better have your physical fitness in, because if they get out, more than likely Unless you got a really long dip net and some fast legs, they're gone, y'all. They are going to be completely gone. Check this out. I'm trying to make a video and my son is running the geese. Y'all like that? Baby Huck is running them. If they're flying out when you're opening this door, there's too much clearance. I mean, one way to fix that is, you know, without having to rebuild a cage or whatever, just get you a small 1x4, add another inch, add another 2 inches or an inch. That way they can't fly out. Now I made mine 14 inches so I can stick a big water in here if I need to. But right now we don't have to worry about that. As you can see, there's a big gap. But when you do the big water, it's about that much. It's just a little bit. But if you're using these waters right here, you can just take and add a little strip. It can be molding, crown molding, anything. You just want to make that drop a little bit more so that when they jump up and hit, they can't get out. I guarantee you somebody's going to say that has nothing to do with it, but I'm here to tell you that's probably what it is. As long as you are paying attention, you're locking the door and shutting the door, you shouldn't have that problem. And with the wildest birds in this pen, it doesn't matter which door I open. See this bird? Look, that bird was right there. He could have flew out, but he didn't. But because I have this lip here, but he was standing right here. It doesn't matter what you do. If they're standing there, they're getting out. So the smartest thing to do until you get really good at raising quail, keep your door shut like this until you get ready and know what you're going to do. Do your hands real close. They'll run out of the way just like they did there. Open your door. Do what you need to do real quick. Pay attention to where the birds are, and then you're able to shut your door. But once you get used to it, you don't have to worry about it. I'm telling you. But I know that sounds like a crazy video, but you wouldn't believe how many people have sent me messages, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, it doesn't matter. You name it, they are sending it. And they're like, man, I just don't understand how they're getting out. So that's it. Your door's probably way too big. I make small doors. Small doors, no matter what. I build a frame, and then I make the door for that frame. And that's just the way it's going to be. If you make a really long door, you just got to remember, that's a lot of travel. If I'm going to make a long cage, this one's 8 feet long, then I'm going to put 4 doors in it every 2 feet, right? So that way your doors are smaller and you have a lip at the top. It's going to control most of your problems right off the rip. I hope this helps somebody. I hope this wasn't too boring for you. But as I say, I raise a lot of quail, and that is mainly the biggest way quail get out of your pen. Your door is way too big or you don't have that drop down lip right there. So till next time, I'm your boy Maniac. We out.